welcome to this new episode of IT Conversations. My name is Ferdinand and I'm here with my colleague DJ. And we're going to talk about the VCF Operations Adoption Service. And you think, what is the VCF Operations Adoption Service? VCF Operations is the new name for Aria Operations, which was of course the name for vRealize Operations. And what Broadcom did, they made this a standard offering in their VCF and VVF bundle, but a lot of customers are still not using this product, and we at ITQ see a lot of value with customers who are using this product on a daily basis. So we came up with this service where we do a 10-day engagement where we can help you with 5 different use cases. And today I'm going to talk about these 5 use cases together with my colleague DJ. And the first use case we want to talk about is capacity management. So DJ, what challenges do you see at customers who have challenges with capacity management?
Well, most of the times capacity management isn't done because they're looking in a real time to the environment and not in a proactive way. They are reactive. They're reacting to what's happening.
Yeah.
And that might of course be downtime of an application because of lack of resources. And capacity management will help you predict how much capacity you will need in the future.
Yeah, so you can see I need new servers in like 60 days, so you can start ordering with your current vendor, and the servers will be there in time, so you don't have downtime and problems with your with the applications. You need resources.
That is basically the idea.
Yeah.
Operations is collecting lots of metrics, and based on that metrics, it builds a pattern and it does a prediction for the future, so you can plan on ordering new hardware instead of rushing to get new hardware.
Yeah, and is it also, I was just thinking about it, getting new hardware is a possibility, but it's also a possibility to move some workloads to the cloud that you don't have to buy new hardware.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
Yeah.
You can look into what workloads consume what amount of resources and plan on that. So you make a scenario where you get those resources out of the data center and then plan on the capacity you might need in the future.
Yeah, so a lot of customers are working like ad hoc. They have to keep the lights on and they get problems with capacity management. So this use case can help them with be more predictive and work more proactive.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So looking at the second use case, which is based on right sizing of workloads, what sort of issues do we see there?
Well, a lot of virtual machines are provisioned and they are over-provisioned. Basically, it is already on the start of the virtual machine. They provision it and they use the specs from the vendor, for example, the application.
Yeah.
And they give them too many resources.
Yeah.
If you have too much resources at the virtual machine, that consumes too much of your cluster, and of course will have a hit on your capacity management as well.
Yeah.
Well, operations is analyzing the workloads and telling you how much of the resources can be get back from the virtual machine. Yeah. Or in some cases, you might be under-provisioned.
Yeah, you need more.
And you need to add more resources.
Yeah, so
but it's a 90 to 10%.
Yeah, I
Most
understand.
of the virtual machines are over-provisioned.
Yeah,
and
to be safe.
To be safe or to meet application standards.
Yeah.
You need 16 free CPUs, you need 30 gigs of memory.
Yeah.
But most of the times it's not really needed for your workload because every workload is unique and you can predict with operations what you need.
Yeah, most of the time the application guy who asks for the resources always asks for too much resources.
Yeah, and he gets specs from the vendor.
Yeah.
Says, well, I add a little bit more just to be safe.
Yeah.
And in the end, you end up with too many VMs with lots of resources, and you can claim it back.
Yeah, cool. So capacity management, right sizing. You make your data center more lean. I think that's maybe a good comparison. The third use case is green IT. Of course, we see a lot of managers and directors who have green and sustainability goals. What do we see here looking at IT environments within our clients?
Well, we see at the larger customers, we see that green IT is coming on the agenda. Most of the times it's because of the management telling them we need to do something with green IT.
Yeah.
We need to be more lean, less carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Well, operations has, of course, very much information about your environment. Also, how much power you consume. So you can configure what type of power you're using. Sometimes you have influence on it. Sometimes it's just your data center who will provide, well, we use that kind of power.
Yeah.
And then you can calculate with operations your carbon footprint.
Cool.
And you can report on it.
Yeah, and that's also very important. You can report on it. So the IT manager can report to senior management or a director who wants to see a report every quarter, because we want to report to the board how green we are and what initiatives do we take.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that the right sizing influences your green IT.
Yeah.
So it's all connected to each other, and by doing that right, you have influence on your capacity management and on your green IT.
Yeah, cool. So that's our third one. So our fourth use case is compliance and governance. Yeah, you have a lot of you have DORA, you have ISO, you have GDPR, a lot of compliance frameworks. And how can VCF Operations help with this?
Operations has the option to use those compliance frameworks and to check if your environment is compliant. There are several frameworks already inside operations, and if your framework isn't there, you can build your own. That's a lot of work, but if you need, it's possible. Mm-hmm. And then you can validate your environment. So check, do I meet the standards of this compliancy framework? Yeah. And report on that. And if you have to be compliant at some framework, management will ask yearly or quarterly if we are still compliant. Well, you can report on that based on operations. Yeah, so it helps the IT team to set the rules and to live by the rules. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's the fourth one, and the fifth one is cost allocation and chargeback, which is of course very important for our customers. Costs and budgets are always tight and under pressure. What is the challenge that our customers have with costs, and how can this solution help them? Mostly IT is done by one team, but internally there's no charge for using the IT systems because you're one company. Yeah. But sometimes it's very interesting to have the insight how much an application costs. Yeah. Well, operations gives you the option to fill in lots of cost drivers, which will calculate the cost per virtual machine. And if you have the group of virtual machines together which form an application, you have a clearly sight on how much this workload costs you to run in your private data center. Yeah, so not only what the revenue is per workload, but also the cost. The cost. Yeah. Next to that, you have a chargeback, which will show you the costs you make which were unnecessary. For example, snapshots, powered off virtual machines, right-sizing machines, over-provisioning costs money. Yeah. So you also get an insight in what did we spend which we shouldn't have spent in this environment. Yeah. And, well, Chargeback does that for you. Okay, that sounds great. So we have these 5 use cases. So, the first one, of course, capacity management, to be more proactive. Second one, right-sizing of your workloads. Third one, green IT. If you have these initiatives, it's very helpful to use these kinds of tools. Fourth one, compliance, also very important. And the fifth one, cost and chargeback. So if a customer is very interested in this service, what do we do? How long does it take? Can you tell a bit more about that? Most of the times we have a 10-day engagement with the customer. Yeah. In that engagement, we sometimes must deploy the operations. Yeah. If it's already there, we have more time to look into the use cases. And with the customer, we decide which use cases are interesting, which we are going to focus on, and help the customer get the best out of the product, and do that with the operations team. They have to look into that. Sometimes we also do it with architects for the capacity management, for example.
Yeah.
Because those are very interested in what is coming next.
Yeah.
And in those 10 days, we help the customer use the operations. And after the 10 days, sometimes more questions come. And we can, of course, plan more days to go deeper into the product.
Yeah, and sometimes we also build a service around it to come back like every month, every quarter to update certain
and sometimes very customized dashboards are required. Well, we can help with that as well.
Yeah.
So we can combine metrics from operations into the dashboard you as a customer need.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, DJ. So, are you interested in using VCF Operations, which is already in your VCF or VVF bundle? Yeah, please feel free to reach out to ITQ, and see you in the next video.